Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Judy here. If you don't know, I'm an average person, but I don't worship billionaires nor do I love dictators. I fight for freedom, human rights, democracy, and science. And I upload weekly to this series, which talks about history, culture, economics, and more. Okay, my friends, before we dive into today's topic, please allow me to thank the friends who bought me coffee from my website last week. Thank you so much for your kind support, my friends. Thank you.
My friend, if you're not new, you don't know that there was a businesswoman who owned two companies, and you'd also know why I closed my business. But if you're new friend and you would like to know the details, please read my nonfiction book, Living with the Walking Dead. And my friends, in my previous videos, I've talked about why a successful business person might not run a country successfully. If you haven't watched them yet, please check them out in the description or comment. Yeah, you guessed it. Today, I'm gonna talk about why running a country like running a company will make ordinary people suffer the most. If you don't know, in my opinion, ordinary people include the middle class. Okay, let's see what a successful business is like. I think a successful company is making the most money while spending the least on everything. But a successful country or government is quite a different case. In my opinion, a successful government or a great country is something like this. First and foremost, ordinary people have equal opportunities to live the happy lives they deserve. Yes, as an average person, I believe that taking care of ordinary people's lives is government's responsibility. Here, in case you don't know, I don't believe in any doctrine. If I have to believe in something, I believe in Candyism, which doesn't exist because Candy was the name of my late dog. Secondly, in a great or successful country, the children of ordinary people have the opportunities to be well educated. Ordinary people's children are also good children. They deserve the very chances. You see, my friends, companies and governments are quite different. Some companies, not all of course, they will try to give the least wage and benefit to their employees. On the other hand, a great government will try to deliver its best service to all citizens, not only the rich. If running a country like running a company, it means the government will the lives of ordinary people. Because ordinary people are just the company's employees. Yes, ordinary people are not customers, but employees. What about the rich? Well, in my view, they are like the company's shareholders, like Elon Musk, who invests in Trump. He's kinda a big investor, hence a big shareholder. So, if running a country like running a company, rich people will get richer and richer, while ordinary people struggle to survive. If running a country like running a company, ordinary people will suffer more than they've ever suffered economically. My friend, If you're not new, you'd know that I'm predicting many things in my previous videos and poems. But if you're a new friend, you might not know. So please check them out in the description or comment. Now you know that more than a year ago I predicted that ordinary people in Argentina will get poorer and poorer, while rich people get richer and richer, that the children of ordinary people will be screwed badly by the government, that ordinary senior people will hardly survive. Yes, my predictions become realities, which is sad because as an ordinary person, I really don't want to see everyday people suffering and struggling to stay alive. And if I recall, in one of those videos, I said that if any other countries follow Argentina's steps, the ordinary people in those countries will suffer the same consequences. And apparently, Trump's America has been following Argentina's steps. So, no doubt, ordinary Americans will be getting poorer and poorer. Yeah, I know, if you're a Trumper, right now, you might still defend for Trump. But let's wait and see and come back in 2 years. And then you can tell me if my predictions become their realities. Of course, if you're a millionaire, you don't need to come back because I know you'll be richer. Okay, back to my predictions. I'm predicting that people of color and people with different opinions will be purged by the Trump administration. And I've written many poems about this kind of situations. But obviously, so many people didn't believe me. So now, here we are. We are now witnessing lawyers, journalists, and some other people who are considered as Trump's enemies being purged. Yeah, I know. Trumpers think that the so-called enemies of Trump are the enemies of them and the country. But really, a great country is where lawyers and journalists dare to stand up to the people with power and money. If you're an average person like me, you don't want to see these people being purged. Otherwise, your own future is doomed. So, my friends, it's time for you to wake up, to stand up, to rise up. Rise up, my friends. Don't wait until it's too late. My friends, if you're not new, may I ask you if you recall that more than a year ago, I said that if Trump is re-elected in November, he'll betray the allies of America and join the dictators group, which includes Russia, North Korea, and so on. But if you don't recall, or you're a new friend, please check it out in the description or comment. Right, I must warn you that I did terrible makeup in that video. Yeah, I often do horrible makeup since I'm not good at it. So now you know that I said after Trump betrays the allies, another country will take the place as the world leader. I talked about Germany, Japan, France, and the UK. And after some analysis, I said that the UK might take its place back from the US, becoming the world leader again. Of course, about this part, we don't have the result yet, since it's just the beginning. However, if Americans continue like Trump destroy its reputation in the world, trash its soft power worldwide, America will become weak and poor in 4 to 6 years. Most importantly, it might never get its place back, even when a new president comes in after 4 years of Trump's regime. Yeah, there's no doubt that Trump wanna rule the country forever, and he's been trying to obtain the utmost power, one of the steps of becoming a dictator. However, I don't think he'll make it, even though so many people believe he'll successfully become the American king. So why do I think he'll fail? Well, first of all, he's a coward. After January 6th, I knew he's a coward. Otherwise, he would have gone into the Capitol with his followers, as he was promised. Secondly, he's too greedy. He wants both power and money. He willingly does anything that will make him fortune, even when he shouldn't. And thirdly, he only gets the MAGAs who totally support him, no matter what, no matter when, no matter if he screws their lives. He doesn't get the majority of the people to support him to become a king. So if he uses the toughest means to become a king, he will be overthrown shortly. So in a word, my new predictions are: number one, America will be no longer the world leader if Americans like Trump continue doing the harmful things. Number two, Trump will never successfully become a king because he's a coward and he's too greedy and he doesn't care about ordinary people. Okay, my friends, in case you don't know me yet, I'm Judy Fay London, a fan of Jack London. I'm a published writer who writes fiction and non-fiction novels and short stories. You're very welcome to visit my website judyfaylondon.com or Amazon to read my poems and my short stories. The last one, Mr. Rat, Candy the Dog, and so on, and my latest non-fiction book, Living with the Walking Dead, a roadmap for achieving your own success. I hope to see you there, and I thank you so much for your kind support, and thank you very much for subscribing to my YouTube channels, Judy Fay London and Judy Plus. Judy Fay London is a comprehensive channel, while Judy Plus is a channel that talks about interesting discoveries in the world of science. Thank you for watching. And my friends, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's totally free. Thank you.